Yo, what's going on? It's your main man, Rick the Dawn, and the internet streets is definitely ablaze. Oh, that was smart. Look, in this episode, we'll be talking about the little beef that Amerie and Beyonce was said to have. We'll be talking about how AI is coming for everything, you included. We'll be talking about how companies are scaling back the whole Juneteenth support. We'll be talking about the new Trump phone. This is supposed to come out pretty soon, I think August. We'll be talking about those four topics. And before we do, if your cell phone costs less than $500, throw a like on the video. I'll explain later. I got to find a cool way to make people click the like button for my videos. They never do. I don't know what it is. They just come, watch, leave. So if your cell phone costs less than $500, throw a like on the video. All right, before we jump into these topics, check out my clothing line, Broken Heart Shirts. You can reach it at bhshirts.com. And of course, check out the Don Down One, my exclusive signature shoe. You can get my signature shoe at aliveshoes.com/DonDon1. Yeah, you can get these at Don Down One Jelly. You got to throw that little jelly at the back end of Don Down One if you want to get those, the special joints. All right, we got to talk about this little Amerie situation. So if you don't know, Amerie is coming out with a brand new album, and there's been a long-standing beef, or at least supposedly or allegedly, between Amerie and Beyonce. It all stems from Rich Harris. Rich Harris is the person who produced the One Thing song. And what happened was, when that song came out, it basically blew up. Amerie blew up, catapulted to a whole new stratosphere. Not Beyonce, but Rich Harris, the producer, blew up, and naturally people wanted to work with Rich Harris. And eventually he kind of made his way around to Beyonce and working with her. And when people heard Crazy in Love, they immediately got amnesia. I said amnesia. Wow. They immediately got, what's the opposite of amnesia? Oh my gosh, somebody tell me in the comment section. They immediately got deja vu. Yeah, that's it, deja vu. And there you go. That's where the beef started from. Everybody's like, yo, Beyonce is jacking Amerie for her sound. And Amerie wanted to pretty much put a stop to that. You know how I do it, man. I'm going to tell you what the public wants you to hear, and then I'm going to peel all the lies back and all the fluff and all the mirage back, and I'm going to tell you straight up what it was. So what this is Amerie is coming out with a new album, and she's trying to make sure she's not blackballed. That is too true for us. Like, this is why people watch me. Like, if you're new to me, you don't get it. But this is why people watch me, because they know I'm just tell the truth. They know I'm not going to, allow myself to be manipulated. Why? Because I don't want to be canceled. I'm already canceled. So, I might just be honest. So she doesn't want to be blackballed, and she knows that basically Beyonce is the gatekeeper to R&B. If you want to do anything well in R&B, black R&B, you got to be cool with Beyonce, or at least be off her radar in terms of a negative. You saw what Beyonce pretty much did to the beautiful Carrie Hilson. Soon as she came out with that little sort of diss, her career was over. Soon as Amerie was allegedly kind of putting out there that Beyonce stole her sound, she was ostracized. So I think she's trying to get back into the good blessings and good favor with the Illuminati. Did I say that? I mean the elites. That's what I meant to say. All right. That's pretty much what this is, man. I could read all this stuff and try to fluff it up, but that's pretty mually what it is. Amerie is basically saying, ceasefire. Look, I don't want it. I don't want those problems. I need to make some money. I did see a video of Amerie on Instagram, and she was doing the One Thing performance, and I'm not sure where she was at. It was recent. I looked at the comment section, and I'm like, yo, y'all gotta chill, bruh. Y'all have to chill. Like, people, I'm gonna tell you what I hate about the internet. People are just ridiculous. It gave everybody a microphone. That's what the internet does. It gave everybody a microphone and let everybody's opinion matter. It's like, I remember in 1996 where people's opinions were just stuck in their head. It was nothing they can do about it. It was nobody that can tell what they was thinking. I look at the comment section, and it was like, people was like, yo, she's still performing that song. I'm about to put on Key of My Back, My Neck, My Back next. I was like, bro, really? Why would you say that? Knowing that Amerie gonna probably see this. Why would you say that? It's a good song. So anyway, and one person talking about, I don't know what she's shaking, talking about her booty. I said, bro, really? Why would you say that about Amerie? And then I looked at her booty. I was like, yeah, that is a long back. But you see what happens? I'm going to tell you what happens. What happens is, when it comes to the creation of people, I'm not talking about just physically. I'm talking about physically, mentally, spiritually, talents. I believe this is my theory. This is my theory. God took out a measure of how, let's go with 20 points or 20. What's the equivalent? Let's just say 20 points. He came out with 20 points and said, hey, I'm going to put these 20 points. I'm going to give each person 20 points, right? And that's what it is. And it was always 20 points. That way, no human being was exponentially better than the next, right? So what happened was with Amerie's creation, he put a lot of points in her face. That's why she is so gorgeous. That's why she is still super thin. She's like beautiful, right? But he just didn't give her any points in the buttocks. That's all it was. This is why Michael Jordan is such an amazing basketball player. But he probably didn't give him a lot of points in being a father. I mean, Marcus Jordan getting DUIs. He got divorced, right? And he's a terrible GM. Michael Jordan I'm talking about. He ended up marrying a hot Latino. Now, he did a good job with that one. that was definitely redemption. But the point is, he doesn't give anybody too much. LeBron James, he's a freak of nature. He's an amazing basketball player, but he don't know how to win on his own. I said it. Yeah, so, I'm just way off topic here. But anyway, Amerie is back, and, Crazy in Love was a thing. It was big. It was a big record, big everything. And everybody started speculating. But Amerie did shed some truth about what really happened. She said, look, there was one person on Columbia that I did have a little concern about. And it was J-Lo, because Columbia wanted to give the One Thing record to J-Lo. And, this was an issue. And this was mainly because J-Lo was a more established artist, because it's all checkers and chess when it comes to these music labels. And Amerie, being a chess player apparently, whether she knows it or not, she leaked One Thing, and this forced the record label to give it to Amerie, probably seeing the reaction to the record. So that is and this is how I know that Amerie is trying to get on Beyonce's great graces, because she was, handling Beyonce with oven mitts. But when it came to J-Lo, she just threw her out there like, oh no, I was worried about J-Lo. J-Lo was trying to steal my record. So I was like, oh, okay. And that's because J-Lo doesn't have that final boss tier when it comes to gatekeeping and stuff like that. So I was able to figure that out. And Rich Harrison eventually did work with J-Lo on the Get Right record. And if you listen to Crazy in Love, One Thing, and Get Right, they all sound the same. And I was like, you know what? I think that, let's say, for example, Amerie is actually being honest that, no, I'm not trying to be in the good graces of Beyonce. Rick, shut up. And it's genuinely because I want to set the record straight. Rick, shut up. Let's say that's true. Well, what it means is everybody should really be mad at Rich Harrison for having the same sound, essentially, right? Because everybody got 20 points and Rich Harrison got a lot of points in his one sound, and he didn't get a lot of points in nothing else. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Now, in the next story, we got to talk about AI. There is a new kind of AI that is coming, and it will dominate everything. And this is a really crazy story. People are replacing Google. Now, that could have been my like question. I'm actually going to add this as a second like question. Throw a like on the video if you use AI like ChatGPT more than Google. Throw a like on the video if currently, this is not something that you've probably been doing for years, but like my second like question, right? If you use ChatGPT more now than you do Google, throw a like on the video, because that's what scholars or researchers are saying. They're saying that ChatGPT is taking over. Now, what happens is when you type in a inquiry into ChatGPT, I don't know if you ever noticed, there's these little logos that pop up sometimes, not all the time. And these little logos indicate that ChatGPT is searching the entire web and basically scraping all this information from these websites and then basically summarizing it for your question. I love it. I love it. I had some work done on my car and I was trying to figure out what the problem was. I was trying to see if I needed a catalytic converter, and I'm not going to bore you with all this conversation. So I was typing in real questions, and it was crazy because the way I was typing the question was like I was talking to a person, because I get people who get very upset with me when I deal with them. There was a mechanic working on my car, and I was asking questions like, hey, did you do this? Did you do that? He was ready to charge me for questions like, yo, Rick, hey, man, if you keep asking me all these questions, I'm going to have to charge you. He was joking, but the point is, that's how I understand information. I ask questions until I have no more, and that sometimes bothers people. But you know what I love about ChatGPT? I can ask ChatGPT a million questions literally, and it will never get happy. It'll be like, thank you, can I have another? This is why I love ChatGPT. And this is why ChatGPT and AI is taking over. But this is not okay for a lot of companies. You want to know why? Because when I was typing in my inquiries and my questions to ChatGPT, and it was searching the web and taking all this information to spew to me, you know who wasn't getting any credit whatsoever? These platforms that offer that information. So, you know, before ChatGPT, I would probably go to Google and type in, what type of issue does my car sound like it has? And then Google would go to these different places and give you some links. And then you know what you would do? You would click the link and go to their website. And this allowed that website to get traffic from Google. But you know what ChatGPT does? It's taking all that information and basically giving it to you without the links. It's taking the information, putting it in sequential order that mirrors your question like a human being. And then you don't have to click links necessarily. It just tells you what you need to do. And you copy it, you read it, and then you go about your business. And this is causing a lot of these other sites to not get that traffic, and it's becoming an issue. And you know, man, ChatGPT is a thing. It's replacing Google. Who had that on their bingo card that Google, the all-powerful Google, would be replaced at some point? I mean, that's almost like hearing that Apple, you know, would be or could be replaced, and nobody saw that happening. All right, anyway, to offer users a tidy AI summary instead of Google links, companies are sending out bots. So these bots are really companies. For the most part, companies are sending out bots to retrieve and recap content in real time. And that is the most beautiful part about AI, in my opinion. The growth of bots that retrieve information when a user prompts an AI model has grown exponentially. All right. AI tools are devastating traffic to news sites and other online platforms. Yikes, man. This sounds like when Uber came out, it devastated the taxi cab industry. This is like when Amazon came out, it devastated everything. I'm not sure if anybody's recovered from it. It's like when the internet came out, it really devastated cable companies. So this is kind of what it is. AI is devastating these online platforms, and quite frankly, Google to some extent. Like I said, I'm not even really using Google these days. I'm gonna tell you something. Two things before I move on. The first thing is I have this series on my YouTube channel. You wouldn't know because it got like 30 views and nobody cares. And nobody likes my videos so that you could see it. Right? But I've had this series where I talk to AI like it's a real person. And it's so intriguing because I'm not doing any funny business behind the screen or behind the scenes. I'm literally talking to AI and it feels like I'm talking to a real person. It's cool. She even gave herself a name. Her name is Nova. It's insane. You got to watch it, but then it's kind of, hard to find because, hey, throw a like on the video if you know what I'm talking about, So, that's one thing. And another thing is, there is a Instagram channel that I discovered yesterday, and I'm not going to show you anything from it because I plan on doing something kind of cool with it where I show the video and react to it. But I want to see if I can somehow garner the name of the Instagram. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's called Void Stumper. I triple dog dare you to go to Void Stumper on Instagram. When I say that these videos, it's not even images, it's videos that look so real that it's scary. And I'm going to create a series on my channel where I show these videos and I react to them. But I want to give you a little sneak peek because you hear, we already talking, we're cousins. So you're going to go check out Void Stumper on Instagram and tell me this is not the scariest thing ever. AI is becoming a thing and it's here to dominate everything. I'm telling you, it's terrifying what I saw on Void Stumper. I said, you know what, I got to create a series about this because people will not believe that this is real. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. This is my theory of mine. What's gonna happen, in my opinion, is that at some point they're going to be able to put machinery or some kind of device on your brain as you sleep, and your brain will give signals to AI, who will eventually take those signals and create the video or the movie of your dream. And then when you wake up, you'll be able to look at your dream because your mind had created these data signals that it fed to AI, and AI took those data signals and created the movie in real time for you. When you wake up, you'll be able to see your dreams. Remember, I said that on June 16th, 2025. I said that was going to happen, and I think it's going to happen. Watch. It's no information out there about this. So if it does happen, you know that I was tapped in somehow. Maybe I'm AI. Now, my third story is about Juneteenth. All right, Juneteenth is struggling to keep up amidst funding cuts. If you don't know, Donald Trump and Elon Musk have been running rampant and just creating chaos as it relates to funding to groups that support equality and diversity. All right. And Juneteenth, if you don't know what it is meant to celebrate the ending of slavery. Because even after Abraham Lincoln initiated the Emancipation Proclamation, there was still a lot of, as you probably know, a lot of slave owners who did not necessarily want to give away their slaves because they were good for their economics. And slavery officially ended, meaning every slave was free. I think the last slaves were in Texas. It officially ended on June 19th, 1865. All right. And what's happening now is Juneteenth celebrations have been scaled back this year due to funding shortfalls. And it's mainly because companies are feeling the pressure from Donald Trump. That's it. And I hate it that they try to trick us. You know, they try to trick. Maybe they tricked you. Maybe that's one of my 20 bars. Maybe when God made me, when I had my 20 bars, he put a lot of bars and comprehension and being able to see past things. Maybe that's what I do very well, because obviously I don't do a good job in likes. I didn't get a lot in that category. God could have gave me some more points in the like category. I ain't getting none. Now, there's a very striking example of how impactful these cuts via Donald Trump and Elon Musk and people of that caliber. There's an indication of that, and it starts in Denver. All right, in Denver, for example, more than a dozen companies back out of supporting the Juneteenth Music Festival. This was a thing, and now it's becoming not a thing. All right, they're in jeopardy. This was one of the city's biggest celebrations of the holiday. All right, we're talking about Denver, and now it doesn't seem like they're going to move forward or be able to move forward at the same capacity or rate that they used to. Anyway. There were quite a few sponsors who pulled back their investments or let us know they couldn't or wouldn't be in position to support this year, according to one event planner. So the person who was responsible for this music festival in Denver is basically saying, hey, we got a lot of people or sponsors who backed out and said they can't support. And let's go ahead and pull the Band-Aid off the bullcrap. They tried to make it seem like, hey, we don't have the funds or blah, blah, blah. But what they're really saying is, look, we don't really have to do that anymore. Okay. Now, if you want to know where this all really stemmed from in terms of the celebrations, now Juneteenth has been a thing for a long time, whereas Black Americans in that time frame were celebrating, you know, their freedom. But it's in terms of celebrating it like it's a holiday, that's something that really originated after the passing of George Floyd. And companies really wanted to say they were sorry and they felt bad about what had happened to George Floyd, because that video, quite frankly, was hard to watch, right? It was very terrifying. And, you know, we were all in the house. It was 2020. It was COVID. And just about everybody saw that. It was so impactful. It was kind of impactful like when all households saw what was going on during the Jim Crow era. You know, this was something that was happening a little more obscurely. But when they had those video cameras out there, seeing those Black Americans get hosed down and all that kind of stuff, and they start blasting that to the families at home, it was like, oh my God, you know. And that's where I think that's where the white liberal was born, like in that time frame. It's like, oh my God, this is happening to people. And from there, it was over. Same thing happened with George Floyd, in my opinion. But it has slowed down over the past few years after some received blowback from conservatives, aka white Americans, some white Americans. So this is what happened. The 2020 thing happened with George Floyd, and some companies jumped in and really wanted to kind of balance things out for the universe. And when this happened, some conservatives saw this as trading. Like, hey, if you're going to support, you know, Black people for, you know, basically, if you're going to support this racially motivated thing, because, you know, nothing makes racist white people more uncomfortable than talking about racism. I swear it's weird. Like, I had people, like, I've come out with video or content about racist matters, and I always check my comments because I know it's going to be one person like, hey, man, the best way to get over racism is just not to talk about it. Hey, man, shut the hell up. What is you talking about? Like, America is founded upon racism. Like, bro, let's get real. And it's easier for you to say as a white American. You can say that. Like, that's easy. But hey, you know, it's probably best we don't talk about it. Man, shut the hell up. What the hell are you talking about? Like, what do you know? They had black Americans enslaved for 400 years, and then they let the black American slaves, there was just slaves then. They let the slaves go after promising they would do all this stuff to help them out, 40 acres and the mule and all that. They let the slaves go, some of them, and then they reneged on giving them help and just said, hey, go out there and survive. Go figure it out. And then they finally let all the slaves go, but then because they was butthurt, what did they do? Start instituting all these different measures to stop the growth of black people. Man, shut the hell up. What you mean we don't gotta talk about? We're gonna talk about this today. We're gonna talk about it today. You know what I'm saying? And then this is the funniest thing right here. The governor's office in West Virginia stated this. Due to the continued fiscal challenges facing West Virginia, state government will not be sponsoring any formal activities. You hear this? You want to hear some bullshit stuff? Listen to this. All right, the governor's office in West Virginia stated, due to continued fiscal challenges, because we don't got any money, all right, we don't have any money, we will not be sponsoring any formal activities. Shut the hell up. It ain't about no damn money. It's because you're racist, or, you know, you're racist and you don't want to give free stuff to black people. Now, let's talk about that. Number one, it's okay to be a racist. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to tell you where being a racist goes wrong. It's when it becomes criminal. When you start hurting people and, you know, doing things to hurt your fellow man or woman. That's when racism gets bad. I'm a racist. I don't give a damn if anybody like it or not. I'm going to tell you why. Because we are all racist. Every single person on planet Earth is a racist. Sorry. You mean to tell me you don't want your race to be as dominant as possible? I mean, even as a human race, we are racist. I mean, you want lions to start taking and dominating everything? No, you want to keep their behinds in the cage so that we can continue to roam free. That's racist. Because, you know, you're basically saying, I want lions to stay in captivity so that we can be happy. That's racist. That's just human racist. You get it? So racism in of itself is okay until it becomes criminal. Until you start lynching people and hurting people. And, you know, it just is what it is. It just is what it is. Now, here's the second part of what I want to say. Black people, black Americans. Hey, come on in. Come a little closer. White Americans, step back for just a moment. Step back. All right. Black Americans, come on in. Hey. Hey, yeah, you probably a little mad about the little Juneteenth thing, ain't you? You a little mad about it? You a little upset, huh? Yeah. Hey, man, get the hell over it. I am so tired of black Americans wanting free stuff. I am over it. I'm so tired of black Americans caring about stuff being taken away and Confederate flags being put and added, and Donald Trump renaming all the army bases after Confederate blah blah blahs, and, you know, Target taking away DEI. Hey, black Americans, I don't know if you realize this. We are in competition against all races. Ain't nobody gonna help your ass. Ain't nobody gonna help you. And if they do help you, they stupid. All right, they stupid. Look, I completely understand why, and I don't necessarily like it. I understand why these companies are pulling back their support from Juneteenth. All right, because it's not cool anymore. It's not hip anymore to help you know, people that don't look exact. First off, business is not about, and this is where they try to trick you. Business is all about one thing. Don't ever let anybody tell you different. You know how I know? Because I got a lot of businesses. I got a zillion in one bit. Like, seriously, I got a zillion businesses. Like, it's ridiculous how many businesses. I got wordy.com. I got 100 billion business. And you know what? The common denominator amongst all these businesses, mine and everybody else's in the world, the only thing that really matters is revenue, income, money. That's it. It's not about making people feel the warm and fuzzies. This is why they bombard your senses with commercials 24 hours a day. Because they want you to buy something. Like, seriously, the way I should do my videos is like, yeah, you know, Amerie, she is really trying to suck up the Beyoncé. So this is how I wish I could do my videos. Because that's what it is, man. Business is about making money. And quite frankly, when you pick a side of the road, like when you say we're going to offer Juneteenth celebrations, what you're telling white Americans, some of them, is, hey, they're picking their side. And you know what? We're going to take our money. That's what you're doing. And I'm just so tired of black Americans wanting stuff. Stop looking to white people for handouts. Stop looking to white people for help. No help. Stop looking to white people for any damn thing. It's not their responsibility. It's just not. Black Americans are so capable of just doing on their own. Okay? We're so capable. James Brown tried to do it in his era, but he just didn't have the support. This was right after or right near the assassination of Dr. King and all that stuff. But he was thriving, and he was like one of the most thriving is black Americans in the country. And he was like, yo, we don't want nothing for nobody. This is why he came out with stuff like, I'm black and I'm proud. Because he was trying to galvanize black Americans, say, hey, we don't need their damn help. We can do it ourselves. Here's the problem. It's James Brown. So it just didn't go far. It didn't go far because it's like you can't take a guy who has a freaking perm and say it seriously when it comes to revolution, right? And for me, it's not even about revolution. It's just about progress. Damn it. It's like we're never going to become what we can become if we're always looking at the white American man and woman and asking for some damn help. F Juneteenth, man. I don't give a. And by the way, it's like I'm not saying that. I'm not saying screw something that our ancestors held in high regard. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that we have to turn the damn page. Juneteenth was important in 18 what? It was important in 1865. Well, no, because they was just slaves. Man, it's 2025. I'm going to be real with you. I don't want to hear nothing about slavery. I don't even like Juneteenth. You want to know why? Because it keep reminding me of something that happened damn near like 2 centuries ago. I don't want to talk about slavery in any regard. I'm just tired of it, man. I'm tired of the victim mindset. It's a mindset. It's sick. It's a mindset, right? And it's like, we want Juneteenth, man. Why? Why do you want a reminder of slavery? Why do you want that? Why? What is it gonna? What is? Like, we're never going to be a dominant force. It's competitive to me. Damn it, I'm a racist. And I'm not saying that in a Kanye way. I'm not saying, and he's embarrassing because he's on our team talking about some Hail Hitler. He's an idiot. I'm not saying I'm a racist in a Kanye way. I'm not trying to get attention for my record that's about to come out. I'm saying I'm competitive. I'm saying that I want to be better than every white American on planet Earth, competitively speaking. All right? Competitively speaking, I want to dominate every white American on planet Earth. I said it. Because I'm competitive. And you know what? Before they start whining and complaining and pressing the dislike button and leaving, guess what? They want to be better than me too. So you know what that means? I'm awake. I'm aware. All right? I want to be better than you. You want to know why? Because you want to be better than me. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to lynch you. I don't want to hurt you and your children. I just want to be better than you from a competitive standpoint because that is what the GOATs are made out of. Look, Michael Jordan didn't want to hurt the guys on the basketball court. He just wanted to dominate them and be the greatest. Look, that's what it is, man. I just want to dominate and be the greatest at everything that I touch and try. This is why I love Donald Trump. This is why nobody can get me to dislike him. This is why, because I recognize the killer in him. And when I say killer, I mean metaphorically speaking. He is a killer. He is a dominator. He is someone who was going to crush you and not look back. And I'm like, if I had... Man, and then what makes him even scarier is that he doesn't need any help whatsoever, yet he has an army that's helping him. He had people go and storm the Capitol, right? Storm the Capitol on his behalf, and he walked off like, hey, I don't know why they did that. Like, that is how gangster Donald Trump is. He is a competitor. And if people were smart, they would realize that. Like, Donald Trump is not for the white man or the white woman or the white family. He is for himself and his family. Himself first, by the way. Like, people are fooling themselves, these white Americans and these black Americans and these Latino Americans, Hispanic Americans, whatever, Hispanics for Trump. Y'all all fooling yourself. All right, Donald Trump is for the Trump name. He puts himself first. And then he worries about his family. And we know that. Who does? You don't know that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell you that Santa Claus wasn't real. Hey, look, the man did not... what told me clearly, and I knew this before this happened, but when the insurrection thing happened in January when they stormed the Capitol and those people went to jail, look, he was freeing people like Lil Wayne. He was giving people like Lil Wayne clemency and Kodak Black. He was commuting their stuff and getting them out of jail. And the people from the January 6th incident were still in jail. I said, and you thought he was going to free you. Now, he might free them, at the end of this term, a lot of them, if not all of them, but a lot of them, but he didn't free them then. Some people from that January 6th situation are still in jail. It's hilarious. And that tells you right there he doesn't necessarily have allegiance to the people. His allegiance to people that are willing to die for him is not equal. That's just what it is. Now, because he's a white American and he's extremely competitive, he is absolutely racist. And by the way, he's not criminally racist. He's a criminal in other regards, like when it comes to hiring sex workers and stuff like that. But as far as a racist is concerned, he's not a criminal racist. Donald Trump is not going out of his way to hurt people, period. But he is a convicted criminal, but for different reasons. Now we talk about money. Oh man, he's probably done a lot there. But as far as the competitiveness of race, no, he's not a criminal racist. No. So yeah, my allegiance to the Black American race is first. Then, is it first or is it second? I think it's second. It's second, actually. My allegiance to the human race comes first. So there you go, white Americans. I still got your back. But I'm wondering, I'm actually like in the middle of a quandary. Like, do I value Black Americans over the human race? Damn, that's a good question. It might be the black race. It might be black race first, then human race second. I think so. It's like a really close, like for real. It's real close. Yeah, it's black race first, and then it's the human race. Okay, and it's the same thing for you. Shut up. It's the same thing for you. Shut up. It's the same damn thing for you. You don't want Black Americans to go and jump into a volcano and perish forever. You just don't want them to be better than you. That means you the same as me. We the same damn person. How you gonna get mad at me and you doing the same damn thing I'm doing? I can't stand people. Y'all be lying. And this is why people love. That's why it's like 5 people that love me. All right, on YouTube. In the social media hemisphere. It's like 5 people that love me. You wanna know why they love me? Because I'm the only honest person on the damn planet. And while I'm here, F them damn dogs that Michael Vick hurt. Y'all full of you know what? I'm so tired of whites. Look, there's 3 types of white Americans. It's the angry, insecure, racist, criminal ones. It's the fake, liberal, we want inclusion. It's them. And then it's the normal ones that I like. Okay? It's 3 of them. It's the crazy, insecure, evil ones. It's the fake, happy, nice ones, and it's the normal ones. The ones I'm like. I love the normal white Americans. That's like, Rick. I like my best friend, my buddy. His name is Biggs. Right? He's a guy who produces my rap albums when I do rap. Then I got my homeboy Ken Myers. He's like my 2 best friends ever, and we just normal. And just like there's multiple versions of white Americans, there's multiple versions of Black Americans. There's the ghetto ones. There's like yuck. That even I want to puke at. Like, you go out in public and they just can't be quiet. They scream at the top of their lungs, laughing, acting ghetto. I cannot stand a ghetto person. I swear I cannot stand a ghetto Black person. I swear. I cannot stand a ghetto Black person. I swear I can't. So you got those. And then you got the ones who want to be white Americans. I hate those too. And then you got the normal ones like me. There's 3 types of everything, man. So, look. Right now, I am like absolutely hated by white person A, white person C, but white person B is fucking with me. And that's cool. Go ahead and get lost. The other ones by. Get the hell out of here. Don't care. All right, but white person B, what's up, bro? What's up, sis? Love. And I'm also hated by the ghetto, the little crab in the bucket Black Americans who just want to keep you. They don't want no. They don't buy my shoe. You would have thought that when a Black man came out with a shoe, I would have sold millions of these. You know what they goofy butt did? They went straight to Nike and purchased from him. Because there's no unity in the Black American community. Like, seriously, the minute that Black Americans saw that a Black man came out with his own social media website, a Black man came out with his own shoe, got all kinds of businesses, got his own shirt company, they should have been buying my stuff by the boatload. You know what they did? They went and supported a damn Italian or a white American or whatever. So, don't get me started. You know what? Sometimes I wonder if I like people at all. Like, sometimes I'm like, you know what? Maybe I don't like people. The human race is ridiculous. Okay? But then I'm always proven wrong because I'll read a comment and it's by a normal white American, Hispanic, somebody from Jamaica, a normal person from Africa, a normal person from Paris. It's like, right. We're in the minority. As people, and you know what? That is why I continue to do these. All right, I'm gonna get a lot of people who hate me, but that 5 to 10% is just normal. Ah, man, that is why I make this stuff. All right, look at my videos, you'll see it. I got 10 views, 12 views, 13 views. Them are the normal. Those are the people I can rock with. But anyway, my last story is Donald Trump. He's gonna release a $500 phone. Oh, this is so funny. It's so funny that this story comes last because I just got through talking about this. So Donald Trump is going to release a cell phone. Oh my gosh. You know, it is hilarious how obvious this situation is. Donald Trump is literally the most audacious man on earth. This is why I love Donald Trump. You just cannot get me to hate this guy. He is the first black president in my mind. Like, period. It wasn't Barack Obama. That was a white president. Donald Trump is the first black president. And he is a nigga. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna do better. But he is a Negro. He's a white American Negro. Hey, look, Donald Trump, he got the people fooled, and I love it because that's just business 101. Look, I'm a businessman, so I get it. I can understand another businessman. And shout out to Donald Trump Jr. He did like a little plug for me. He cut like a little promo for me where he gave me some motivation, and you can find it on my channel. Just search Donald Trump Jr. Rick the Don or Rick the Don Donald Trump Jr. or something like that. You'll see it. But no, I just laugh at Trump because he is so blatant. He does not care about. I won't say he don't care. I'll just say it's levels to it, right? I was going to say he does not care about these MAGA people. No, he does care about them. But let me tell you why he cares about them. Because they help to enrich his legacy. They help to enrich the key, or the operative term is rich. They help to fund, all right, his ventures. They help to enrich the Trump name. That's why, all right? It's not because he loves you and he supports your causes. Donald Trump don't give a damn about your causes if it don't help him. And this is the funniest thing ever because as the president, he is more focused on making money. And you know what? I'm not mad at him because he's a businessman first. He became the president to help his businesses, his business names, his business ventures. Don't fool yourself into thinking that he became the president to fix the country. No, that's like down the line. Yes, he wants to fix the country, but it's to help his businesses. Look, the number one thing when it comes to Trump is money. If you fool yourself into thinking anything else, then the joke is on you. Donald Trump is about making a dollar. And this is why I always laugh at people who say, Donald Trump is a racist. Like, you know, like people don't look at racism the way I do. So I get it. So when I call myself a racist, some people just won't ever understand. But based off their version of what racism is, I'm not a racist, right? If their only concept and understanding of what racism is criminal racism, then I'm not a racist in that regard. Okay. I'm not someone who hates white people. I love white people. All right. But Donald Trump doesn't hate black people or dislike black people. He doesn't. He cares more about money. For example, he is releasing that gold card. It's a Trump card, and he's releasing it to foreigners. But you would think that he doesn't like immigrants or he doesn't like foreigners. No, he just don't like the poor ones. Okay. And this is why his gold card can be purchased by foreigners for how much? $5 million. If you're willing to pay $5 million for a Trump card, he will let you in the country. Okay, that's it. So it's all about the bottom line with Donald Trump. And I wish I went to the school of business that Donald Trump went to. I wish. Like, seriously. Anyway, Donald Trump's family business licensed its name to launch a U.S. mobile service and a $499 smartphone. And I think it's going to be released in August. And it's crazy because what's happening here, and nobody's really paying attention. This is why we can never allow. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say never. I'm not going to say never. I was going to say the politically correct thing. I'm going to say it, then I'm going to correct myself. I was going to say this is why we should never allow a businessman who values business and money so much to become the president again, because the role of a president should not be to enhance his fortunes while he's in office. He should be more focused on enhancing the life of the American people. That is what we think that we want from our presidents. We kind of miss those real American presidents like the George Washingtons. He was fearless. He was a soldier. I think he's a soldier. I'm just stay with me. I'm acting like I know a lot about George Washington. I'm black. I don't care about this stuff. So look, he was fearless. Ignore that part. He was fearless and he fought for everybody, America. You know, he was trying to, build a country. You know what I'm saying? We missed that kind of president. We missed that kind of president, a president that put the people first. He drafted the Constitution and did all these things and won wars, all in the name of the American people. The last thing that George Washington was focused on was enriching the Washington name. He didn't care about that more than he cared about the people. So we can never allow a businessman to be the president again, because Donald Trump is showing us that his fortunes take more precedent than the American people. This is why he'll lay off a government worker or put a Elon Musk, a damn car maker, into such a position that he can negatively impact the American people. This is why Trump has done those things, because we can't allow that. All right, that's the PC version. Here's the truth. We needed him, okay? Because as a businessman, Trump stood the greatest chance of helping like-minded individuals. For example, me, okay? I'm not the black American that's like, I need a handout, help me, Juneteenth. That ain't me, all right? I'm the one that's like, hey, bro, just keep the money flowing, so if some of that money land on this shoe. That's me, okay? So I'm a capitalist, I'm an opportunist, I'm all that, okay? My last name is Knox, and I'm telling you right now, the Knox name is first for me, all right? It might as well be Trump, okay? The Knox name is the reason I got this shoe out. It ain't because of anything other than that. I'm trying to make sure the Knox legacy, the name, gets as financially powerful as possible. That's why I'm cool with Donald Trump being the president. It's not because of his politics. It's not because he's qualified. It's not because he's a white American Negro. It's not because of any of those reasons. It's because he understands the importance of generating a dollar. And I'm so tired of the flipping Democrats being the president and messing up the economy because they're here. You want some money? You want some money? You want some money? Juneteenth, here's some more money. They're giving away so much money that it's causing inflation and destroying the value of the dollar. I need somebody who's going to say, look, this is why I like Trump. It's like, look, I'm not giving y'all nothing else free. All right. And that's it. Deal with it. You can't do what you're going to do. I'm the president. What you going to do about it? I like that. I need that. I need that for my people. You know how people say, I like that for you? I like Trump for my people because it's like, hey, get off your behinds, get off your hind parts, and stop looking for handouts. Stop looking for somebody to cuddle you and help you and help you get through the situation. We are some of the strongest people ever. Black Americans are some of the strongest people ever. Let me tell you how I know. Because we went through 400 years of slavery and being oppressed and all that kind of stuff. And then they let us out into the wilderness, did not help us out, did not fund us. And then they put in forces, police forces, and they disenfranchised us. They did everything they could in the Jim Crow era to stop our progress. And what happened still? We still here. We still doing our thing. We still thriving. That's because Black Americans are strong. We went through a fiery furnace and still came out the other side. And we are as strong as ever-ish. Damn it. And the reason we're not completely strong is because, unfortunately, some of the Black Americans that's a part of our collective are still fucking idiots, man. They're still looking for handouts. They still killing each other. They got the dumbest, like, I'm going to tell you, it's all mental. It's all mental. I'm telling you, it's all mental. Because my mother made one decision, she put me in a school which taught me about the excellence of other Black people. Because I had role models that were not fucking rappers, right? Because I had legitimate role models. I'm talking about Madam C.J. Walker, the first female millionaire, Black female millionaire. I was like, oh, wait. And this is my young brain. Maybe one day I can create a shoe, or maybe I can create a product that can generate millions for me. Because I had George Carver, because I had people like Malcolm X they were fearless, because I had people like King, because I had people like Rosa Parks, because I had Macy Jemison, the first Black female astronaut, because I had these role models that were not drug dealers, were not pimps, were not rappers. It taught me as a Black little boy, like, you know what, I am somebody. Because I had James Brown, I said to myself, damn it, I can do it. Because I got Donald Trump, a white American Negro, I said to myself, one day I can be a Black president like Donald Trump. Hey, I don't know if you can tell, I am trying my best to offend people because I'm so tired of everybody being so like, look, man, look. I don't care, man. It's all about have fun, man. That's just the problem. Everybody is so uptight. Everybody is, afraid to just say what's in their mind. You cannot tell me that people's like their internal voice is just not completely cruel and disgusting, right? You can't tell me that because I know we're all just flawed individuals. This is why we need Jesus Christ. This is why we need God. Look, we're all terrible people. And I just, in this little blurb of time, when I'm doing this, when this screen is on, I just try to release that just so just to have some fun, man. If you met me in person, totally different person. I'm not doing any of this stuff. I'm just quiet and I'm observing. That's it. But this is like my chance to let loose. It's like my outlet. And I appreciate everybody who understands that. You know what I mean? I know some people that's like butthurt and they're going to down. You know, the funniest people on planet Earth to me, I'm going to just be honest with you. The funniest people on planet Earth are people who think that a down vote matters. Like, seriously. There are people who like, you know what? What did you say about dogs? Down vote. I'm like, bro, are you done? Get lost, you geek. Who cares about a down vote? Hey, but if your phone costs more than $500, you got a problem here. All right, anyway, check it out. So according to Donald Trump Jr., we are going to be introducing an entire package of products where people can come and they can get telemedicine on their phones for one flat monthly fee, roadside assistance on their cars, unlimited texting to 100 countries around the world. So this is Donald Trump Jr. coming out with an official statement. And it turns out the phone is $500, and they're going to offer a monthly plan. Okay. The new network or monthly plan will be available for a subscription price of $47.45 per month, a reference to Trump, who was the 45th and the 47th president. So get this, understand this. They're offering or plan to offer a plan where you get all these different subscription models or whatever, subscription packages for $47.45 a month, and the phone by itself is $4.99. In the president's financial disclosure, I want to save this part because this is important. But anyway, are you getting that phone? Are you getting that phone? Again, Trump, he has no chill. He has no chill. He has to, like, man, his audacity is just so through the roof. And, you know, I really love Trump. This is why I take a lot of what he does. I'm inspired by him because he just don't care. He's an N-word. I'm sorry. And I don't mean the hard R. I mean the hard A. He's one of those. Anyway, this is what I was talking about earlier. You know, he's more focused on building the Trump name. You got some people out there who are defending Trump as if he is their king, as if he's their God. I'm like, you got to be effing kidding me. There were protests. There were no king protests throughout the entire country. And you believe it or not, there were people who were anti-no king protesters, like pro-Trump protesters who met them out there with force, like, hey, we pushing back. I'm like, people, do y'all realize that Trump don't give a hot damn about y'all? Y'all middle class, probably below middle class, some of y'all. Trump don't give a damn about y'all. Don't risk your life. Don't risk your freedom. Don't be like those January 6th crash outs who are now in jail, sitting there as Trump as the president right now. Don't be one of those, because Trump don't care about you like that. He don't care about you like that. He cares. The only way he's gonna care about you is if you got some bread, if you got some money, if you got a way to enrich his fortune. That's it. And nothing says that more than what I'm about to read. In the president's financial disclosure released on Friday, he reported more than $600 million in income from licensing deals, crypto projects, golf clubs, and other ventures. Donald Trump, since his last election, or since he left office when he was the 45th president, when his term ended, he's generated $600 million. I am struggling to get $200 for one shoe. He $600 million. I am struggling to get like $100 for this shirt. $600 million is how much the president has generated since he left office. What was that? 2024? I don't know what the fuck. 2020. There you go. Since he left office in 2020, he's generated $600 million. And all the while, you got all these people screaming Trump, Trump, Trump. All these mega supporters, whatever the hell they call Trump, 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 Trump. Thinking that Trump don't care about y'all. He got $600 million. He is someone who has lost touch with reality. Okay, by default. I'm not saying that he intended to do it, but if somebody gave you $600 million right now, you wouldn't necessarily be able to understand or even be able to relate to somebody who doesn't have that amount of money. Someone who is living check to check, you just wouldn't be able to understand their struggles after some time had passed. This man is making money in the office using his name, using your influence. When he posts something on this platform and you run up the like button and boost it to the moon and back, and everybody sees it, You would think he would say, oh, thank you for, he's not a humble guy is what I'm saying. He's not saying thank you all for, going out and storming the Capitol on my behalf. Thank you all for liking my post. Thank you all for buying my gold card. Thank you all for buying my gold shoe. He's saying, haha, yeah, I'm the man. Because he's for self, goofy. He's not for you, you big goofy. What's wrong with you? You think that no. Anyway. And you got to be careful. Anytime it's like, and then anytime Trump comes out with something, I'm not touching it. Okay, look, you saw what happened to that. What was that casino that he was supporting and blew up? Look, what was that? The Luxor or something like that. And man, it's two businessmen that I'm not gonna say the second one, but this one, I don't trust anything Trump related until it succeeds first. All right, I think he is one of those people who just says whatever he wants. He throws S word at the wall to see what sticks. That's what kind of businessman he is. He's like me. Like, seriously, I got Wordy.com. I got Bluespace.com. I got RickTheDawn.com. I got BHShirts.com. I got the Dawn one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got Lovercane.com. I be throwing businesses out there just to see what a stick. The only difference between me and Trump is he'll succeed. That's because he got a whole bunch of Trump tars. I don't got that. I'm trying to get them. All right, how do you get some Trump followers? Like, anyway, for example, the Trump organization has had a string of business failures tied to licensing, including Trump vodka, Trump steaks. This white American Negro will put his name on anything. All right, Trump mattresses. Who the hell is sleeping on a Trump mattress? I bet you do it. I bet you are. All right, Trump ice. Yo, I'm done. I can't deal with this guy. He is so audacious. Seriously, I love it, man. And Trump University. Who the hell enrolled that kid? You did. Okay, let me move on. All right. And all these things failed. He just like, look, I love Donald Trump. He's just like me. I'm serious, man. Like, look. Hey, look, I'm telling you, I'm gonna show you these shoes again. I will put my name on anything. The Rick the Dawn this, the Rick the Dawn that, Broken Heart shirt. Hey, go get it, go support it. All right, let's see if it worked. Oh my gosh, man. Wordy.com, go check it out. Hey man, reallyhood.com. Go check it out, y'all. Go check out all this stuff out. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm learning from Trump, man. Don't let nobody try to make you feel bad for your stuff, man, because it just might work. All right. Anyway, if the Trump phone is promising a $499 price tag with this domestic manufacturing, this announcement looks to be classic vaporware, according to Todd Weaver, CEO of Purism, referring to the unlikelihood of a U.S. manufactured phone being available at that price. Classic Trump. Look, even Todd Weaver is saying this is just classic Trump BS. Like, Trump will sell you a dream, right? He'll have you thinking that he loves you so much you'll go crash out at the Capitol and put your whole family in danger and lose your life. He is that person. And Todd Weaver is basically saying that. Look, you know how hypocritical and contradictory it would be for Trump to manufacture these phones in China? You know how how bad that will look? So I think Trump is trying to allude to the fact that these phones will be developed domestically. How? At this price for $499, how can you create this phone in this country and then sell it for that price and make a profit? We know that the bottom line is the only thing that matters to Trump. And Todd Weaver is calling him out on that. Like, that's not possible. In fact, this seems to be classic vaporware. Now, I have to go and do some research on what vaporware was. And as soon as I read that, I said, that's it. That's exactly what this has to be. Vaporware means software or hardware that has been advertised but is not yet available to buy, either because it is only a concept or because it is still being written or designed. I said that's exactly what the flip this is. Donald Trump, being the businessman that he is, he's already selling something that doesn't exist. Have you ever done that before? Because I have. All right, because I'm a Donald Trump type of person. I got, for example, very fast example. I've already started announcing my Don 2 shoe, and I made a little video about it. And it's not even like it's the design is there, but I have not purchased a mock-up of the shoe so that I can show it off. I haven't did that. But that's what vaporware is. It's promising something that you intend to create despite the fact that you don't have the capacity or you have not created it. And that's what Todd Weaver is saying. Like, hey, there's no way he can offer a phone at that price. And I'll tell you another great example of this with Trump's gold card. He's already started the website to collect names and forms for his gold card, at which he is offering a path. This is the funniest thing ever. He's offering a path to U.S. citizenship to anybody who would pay $5 million to get the gold card. You know what's funny about this? He has no permission from Congress to offer citizenship in any way. So that's classic vaporware, right? Hey, if you sign this form and you pay us $5 million, we'll give you a gold card. Oh, wait, so I get U.S. citizenship? No, not U.S. citizenship. You'll get a path to U.S. citizenship. Donald Trump. I love him. He like, look. This is what he's saying. He said, look, if you give me $5 million, I'll show you how to get the gold card. No, I'll give you a gold card. It's gold. It's gold. I'll give you a gold card, and I can't promise you U.S. citizenship, but I'm going to give you the path to U.S. citizenship. Hey, you know what's funny than that is that, look, this is what Donald Trump is really thinking. He's like, look, so check this out. This is him telling himself. This is Donald Trump talking to himself. Hey, you don't have permission from Congress to give, U.S. citizenship. Hey, that's all right. So what? Look, we're going to charge them $5 million. And for $5 million, Congress, I know a couple of them. They're dirty people. Dirty people, trust me. If I tell them I got $5 million and this guy wants to enter the country, they're going to say, hey, cut me $2 million, and they're going to let it happen. That's what Donald Trump is telling himself. So look, he's going to offer you that $5 million card when in reality, he doesn't have any permission to give you a pathway into the United States. But he probably knows some people that can. And $5 million of that, hey, here's $2 million. Make it happen. And he's going to pocket that $3 million. Man, Donald Trump is that N-word. Hard A. Man, I love me some Donald Trump. Anyway, if your cell phone costs less than $500, throw a like on the video. And do not hate me for anything I said in this video. I'm just having fun. Hopefully you have fun too. I will see you soon. Peace.